You should always know that the knowledge of what your opponent can do to you when you're attacking is sometimes your best defense. Your timing and your confidence will be much better because of it. Never just do a move and be done with it. Study the situations around it and what your opponent might do to you.
Hey guys, Jason Scully from the Grappler's Guide here. I'm with Spaz, my student. What's up, man? What's up? In this video, I'm going to talk about the over-under pass. I've talked about the over-under pass in another video, and I went over the instruction of how to do the pass, but I got a lot of questions on how to deal with certain situations, like for example, when the person posts on your hip, and the biggest question was, well, what if the person goes for a Kimura? Now, a lot of times the person's going to go for a Kimura if they understand the pass that you're doing, which some people do understand the over-under pass, and it's very common for people to try to hit me with Kimuras as well. So I'm going to talk about those situations. So right now I'm going to be inside Mike's guard here. I'm going to start with double underhooks, and I'm going to do that every time and then go for the over-under from there. I'm not going to really go into the over-under pass details because I have another video, and I'll post a link somewhere so that way you can find that one easier. I'm here like this, I step back, I start coming around, and the first thing when I start coming around as I'm going to pass, he's just going to post on my hip. So I start coming around, and I'm kicking, and he's posting on my hip, and he's trying to stop me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right hip, and I'm going to cut it down really hard. So when he has his hand on my hip, if he keeps his hand on my hip, it's going to be harder for him to hold me when I cut down, because I'm actually putting some pressure on his wrist. So I cut down hard, then I switch my hands, I pull up, and I let him drive my knee up, because it's going to make it harder for him to shrimp, and then I get head control from here. So when the person holds onto your hip, just boom, cut that hip down really hard. When you're doing it to your training partners, you want to be, somewhat careful, because you want to make sure you don't hurt their wrist, because sometimes it ends up feeling like a wrist lock. When it comes to tournaments or anything like that, you can be a little bit meaner. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is some Kimura situations. So I'm here like this, I kick out, I step over, I'm going for the over-under pass, and then he goes for a Kimura on me. Now, one of the things that I like to do, especially no-gi, is I take my arm and straighten it through. Now, once I straighten it through, I cut through here. You can also grab the leg if you want to, and then kick back. Notice how I'm dropping my shoulder here, so that way I can push his leg past more. Pull up on the leg, pull the knee in, and then I finish the pass from there. It's a little harder to do with the gi because there's a particular sweep that some people can do. Fortunately, not everybody knows that sweep, but I'll talk about that in the future in a gi video as well. And then the third thing is I'm going double unders, I kick, I go for the over-under pass. He goes for the Kimura. I'm going to walk my hips a little bit to the right, and I'm going to put my knee right inside here. So now when he goes for the Kimura, it's going to be harder here. And then I can start, I want to drive my left arm still up so he can't close his leg, and then I can kick out from there. I still always like to pull through. Now, my knee is on top of his arm, so it's going to be harder for him to finish the Kimura, so if he still has his grip around here, like this, I can still straighten his arm through and then clear my arm out so I can finish the pass from there. So I like to use my knee, and I stuff it right inside. Now, the fourth situation, this is, Mike's going to go on this side. I'm not technically finishing the over-under pass, but it's just good to know if the person does get a really good Kimura on you, and how to defend it, and then you could also switch to another pass as well. So I'm here, I'm going double unders, I kick out, I step over, I come around. Now he gets a really good Kimura on me, and I feel like even if I do go around, he's going to power through and he's going to finish his Kimura on me. So I'm still going to push his leg through a little bit. My left arm's going to come out, get a tighter Kimura on me. Good. So now my left hand is going to go on his hip, and then I'm going to posture up. If he doesn't let go, there's a chance that I could actually lock him up. My hand starts walking up, I drop my elbow. So if he lets go, which most people will do, then I'm going to drop my arm through, turn my hip down, and then I can start working, basically, a half guard pass, dropping my hip down from there. So those are just a few options from the over-under grip. If you have any more questions in regards to extra details about those situations, let me know, and then I'll help you and I'll answer your questions as well. But those are some things that have worked really, really well for me, especially dealing with the Kimura, because those who do know it might go for a Kimura. But once you're ready for it, if you understand what they're doing, it's less of a problem. Alright guys, so I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Peace.
Thank you for watching. For a whole bunch of unique resources like grappling systems, webinars, critiques, custom workouts, and a whole bunch more, please visit grapplersguide.com.